We're underway now with the A final of the men's single sculls. Quick start from the Slovenian on the right hand side of your picture there. Really quick start. Clearly wants an early lead. Gaspar Fistrovic, Slovenia won. Out in front. He's starting to stride out now.
Yeah, I mean, I can't see many people being in front of Fournier Rodriguez, but Damir Martin, the Croatian at the top, we're going on the Slovenian, I guess understandably, for the first few, the 28-year-old Gaspar Fistrovic. This is his home World Cup, and they haven't had too many successes, but there's Fournier Rodriguez. When the World Championships were here back in 2011, the big Cuban finished 8th. We thought he might make the final and really set the world alight, but of course it's a mark of his progress. But Damir Martin, the Croatian, is leading. This is a sensational start for the Croatian world champion. From the quadruple scull, he is the quickest single, so he can go sub 650 in the single, so he is very quick. And of course he's had this injury, he's come back from it, and I think to be leading the Cuban is tremendous.
Well, they're two very, very big men here. Damir Martin, Croatian single scull, just out in front. They've both got rather similar rowing styles. Very, very upright throughout the stroke. Looking there at the Cuban, Angel Fournier Rodriguez, known for his upright stance. Gaspar Fistrovic having a quick look over his right shoulder to see where the rest of the field are. He's not out of it yet.
I really like the rhythm Damir Martin settled into as they come through to 500. It's nice and easy forward, isn't it?
Really nice and easy. They've properly strode out now, really going for length as they come into this second 500 metres. Not out of it yet. Over on the far side was the Egyptian Noureddin Hassanin, only just over a length down on this big man, Damir Martin of Croatia.
Yeah, and you get the shot from the stern of the boat. It's very nice and easy flowing out forward, but I tell you the speed, because the Cuban Fournier Rodriguez led the world final at 500 metres. He was blasting out the whole time. As we go to the youngest competitor in the race, Peter, Marcus Kessler from Switzerland.
Yeah, he's certainly not out of it yet either. He silver medal at the international regatta, so it's impressive stuff that he's managing to stay on terms with these two out in front. That upright style of Angel Fournier Rodriguez is almost iconic now. People see it, and it just shows such strength through the water. He maintains the length and power.
He's been over here in Europe training in Seville, doing a bit of work with his coach Jose Figueiredo, and Beppe Di Capua has been helping him, former Italian coach. And so he's in Europe specifically for the training camp and for this race. And Damir Martin, well, I think Damir's going to be absolutely pleased. He's certainly not been overawed by the pace of the Cuban in the first quarter, and a lot of Croatian support here as well, Peter.
Yeah, absolutely. Lots of Croatian supporters. You see all the red and white checkered flags waving around in the grandstand. They'll be delighted to see he's out in front with Angel Fournier Rodriguez as they come up to the 1,000. They've really started to split this field. So much clear water between these two leaders out in front, and current third place Noureddin Hassanin from Egypt. Passing the 1,000 though, the Cuban Fournier Rodriguez takes the lead. It's going to be interesting to see how that develops through the third 500, and the field is so spread out now. We're talking 5 seconds between the front of the field and the back of the field. It's
an easy drive, isn't it, from the big man Fournier Rodriguez? By that I mean, you look at him and he kind of looks a bit like out for a Sunday scull. He's very unfussy the way he puts the blades in, and then he just waits and waits and just drives his, but actually it's so dynamic. It's easy movement, and Damir Martin, I think, at the top of your picture in the yellow M-Packer, is sculling beautifully. I think that's a lovely front catch position, really well connected. And Fournier Rodriguez in the white Filippi boat, he's just too dynamic. I think he's had a look. I don't know if he expected Damir to be that close to him, Peter.
Well, it's so interesting. He makes it look so easily. I mean, there's rowing made look easy, and then there's, as you rightly put it, out for a Sunday scull, because he's starting to pull away from Damir Martin now, and he makes it look effortless. He's upped his rating, so a bit of a burn through this third 500. He's up at 35, Damir's down at 32. So we'll need to see a reaction from Damir Martin if he wants to get back on terms for that gold medal. And he's going to have to do it soon, because there's just over 500 metres to go.
Yeah, Damir Martin, he's clearly made his first quarter, because he knows the speed of Fournier Rodriguez. So I think he's paying, but he is going to come in silver medal position. I'd be very surprised if the Egyptian catches him in the last quarter.
Likewise. So the question is going to be who's going to take this bronze medal, because it's tighter in the back of the field. But passing 1500, Angel Fournier Rodriguez builds out to some clear water over Damir Martin of Croatia, and then we've got
an ocean
before we get to Marcus Kessler of Switzerland. So great performance by that young man to be in the bronze medal position. He'll have a battle if Nour El-Din Hassanin of Egypt has any gas left in the tank, but out in front by such a significant margin. Angel Fournier Rodriguez of Cuba really leading the way home.
Yeah, and up at 36 strokes a minute, which he maintains his high rate of striking because he's so strong and he's so upright, which gives him a lot of flexibility because he's so loose and relaxed.
The reach is just incredible. I mean, to be able to have such length without having to use much body roll.
You stand next to him and you see not just his height but his reach. I mean, his arms are massive, very long.
When we passed Damir Martin the other day, though, I thought the exact same thing.
Yeah, he's got a good body lean at the finish, hasn't he? He's really using his body weight just to get some extra acceleration of the boat in the second half. And, the class is shown by the distance between him and the rest of the field. I think Fournier Rodriguez, you've got a gap between the top three, Drysdale, Sinek and Fournier Rodriguez, and then the fourth place sculler. So I think, this will give Damir Martin hope as he tries to put on speed in the season, Peter.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be such a great confidence builder to be able to remain on terms with Fournier Rodriguez. Coming up to the last 75 metres now, nothing's going to change here really, is it? But looking back at the field, Marcus Kessler's going to be in for that bronze medal. It really is strung out. We've got nearly 200 metres between first and sixth position. Fournier Rodriguez taking the gold medal at the World Cup and a well-earned silver medal to Damir Martin of Croatia. Quite an ocean here, back to Marcus Kessler of Switzerland taking the bronze medal.
Yeah, and the Slovenian, well, he will come in fourth place, out of the medals. Good scull from Nour El-Din Hassanin, go to the, continental qualification for Africa for the Olympics in Tunis, but maybe